Welcome to the first episode of the Business Hour. I'm Charles Fernandez and I'll be your host every week. Over the coming weeks, I'm going to be bringing guests onto the show who I rate as leaders in the industry. They either do something really well, whether it's marketing or just running their business, or they bring something unique to their field. Whatever it is, I'm going to get them on the show to explain what it is they do, and hopefully you can get something out of it and apply them to your own business. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 steps that you need to take before you launch a successful business. First and foremost, you need to identify your target market. That is, who are you going after with your product? Who are you trying to communicate with? What are their interests? And why should they be interested in your product? Earlier this week, I met with a company that deal with tiles. When I first asked them who their target market was, they couldn't answer this question properly. They first started saying they wanted to target a big builder because they would be their staple customer. They then told me that they didn't have enough stock to fulfill all of these ongoing orders, so they wanted to target small builders. Not having clarity around who their target market was makes it impossible for an agency like us to then try to identify and engage with their target market. It is very important that you have this as a well-defined group. When you decide to take on Facebook ads or Instagram ads or whatever it is, how are you going to define who you want those ads to show in front of? The next step is to identify your value proposition. What makes you unique? What makes your product or service so compelling and different to that of your competitors? Make sure that this is at the forefront and this is constantly highlighted throughout any creatives or any advertising that you do. The third step you need to take is to identify a name and a brand. What is the name going to be? Is it going to be memorable? Is it going to be something that people will remember when they look for your product or service? Is it going to be something that relates to your product or service? Is it going to be a made-up word? How much money are you going to spend on advertising? How much money are you going to spend on branding? What are the colors you're going to use? Does this resonate with your target audience? These are things that you need to consider. You also need to consider where your logo is going to appear. For example, it might look really good on a computer screen, but how good is it going to look on the side of a building from 100 meters away? It might not need to, but these are the things that you need to consider when designing your logo. The fourth step you need to take is to identify what platforms you're going to use to advertise and communicate your service. Is it going to be Instagram? Is it going to be a high involvement purchase and you're targeting corporates and you need to engage on a platform like LinkedIn? Is it an impulse purchase and you're going to use Facebook? Are you targeting under 20-year-olds and you need to go on Snapchat? Not all social media platforms are relevant to all businesses, some more so than others. And this is why identifying your target market in step 1 is such a crucial exercise. The fifth, and in my opinion, the most important step, is the ability to trust yourself. Those that are around you will have opinions on why it's going to work, why it's not going to work, maybe how they're going to make it work. But they haven't lived a day in your shoes. They haven't seen what you've seen or been exposed to the same opportunities that you've been privy to. Believe in yourself and trust that hard work pays off. That's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. And next week we're going to be back with an episode all about SEO.